Hello, everyone. Oh, sorry, I forgot to turn off my fan. Hello, this is Generic Fool's Test. I am. Sorry, my neck's a little stiff. I know it's sort of rare for me to stream on my day off, but I didn't have anything to do. And for once, I didn't feel like collapsing. So I'm streaming tonight. Tomorrow night, I'm not going to stream because I have to cook dinner. I'm cooking dinner for my parents. And I'll be doing it for tomorrow and. Yeah, I'll be doing it tomorrow, the day after, and the day after that. I'll also be having lunch with my father in the afternoon tomorrow, so I probably won't stream at all tomorrow. If I do, it would be in the early morning. Anyways, I'm playing Aperture Desk Job tonight. I've never actually played it. It's a Valve game that came out in 2022. So 2 years ago. It's completely free. And it's rated very positive. I also checked and it says it's not supported by keyboard. It's only able to be played with a controller. So I'll do my best. On the category on Twitch, it's labeled as a puzzle game, but and an action adventure, or as an adventure game. But I'm pretty sure on Steam itself, it's not listed as a puzzle game. I don't know, and this is one of the games I'm completely blind to, so I'm looking forward to it. Without further ado, I guess I'll get started. I hope it's good. I don't even know how long it is. This game isn't optimized for play on the Steam Deck. Oh. I'll need to keep that in mind. Alright, let's see. Options or subtitles. Well, I'm not on the Steam Deck right now. It's funny. Alrighty then.
Welcome to the Aperture Science Competence Center for our most gifted employees. I'm Cave Johnson, and if you're hearing this, you are exceptional. No, don't be bashful. It's true. No false modesty. Let's get started.
Is that you, Omni-Man?
Look at all those tubes stretching off in the distance. Every one of them's taking something important to a genius who's going to use it to change the world forever. A genius just like you. How are you going to change the world? Well, that's up to you. History will remember what you do here today. Do not let us, and by us I mean all of us, all of humanity, down. So congratulations.
Sorry, chicken.
You are about to take part in the greatest science adventure at the greatest applied sciences company on Earth. This is important work, and you are just the genius to do it. God gave you these gifts. I'm giving you the opportunity to use them. Well, here's your lab. I don't mind telling you, we're excited up here. Moon landing excited. Newton, Einstein.
Wait a minute.
Now you.
That's not right. I think I put the wrong tape in. Hold on.
Good luck. World's best science.
Okay, here we go.
You, in the overalls. Get to work, or you're fired.
They don't give out overalls anymore. Anyway, my name's Grady. You can call me that. I mean, let's do introductions later. You should really already be... Honestly, I'm surprised you're not fired already. Anyway, you are a product inspector. That is your inspection desk. There in front of you, you will be inspecting, doesn't say. Anyway, something is going to come down the conveyor belt, whatever it is. Make sure it works. Once you've done that, keep doing that. That's the whole job. Anyway, just remember, the important thing is to have fun on your own time before you come in. Otherwise, it's just, it's real bad here. It's fine. You'll probably be fine. Good luck.
Nope. Mixing controls. Of course, you know they're going to be. Oop. Keep mixing.
Dadgummit. I knew it. I left the volume down. Hold on.
Zip zap zop, that is how you inspect a toilet. I hope you were paying attention because I'm not saying any of that twice. Look, it's not rocket science. It's not even toilet science. Here's everything you need to know. See that light on the wall? If that light goes on, you're fired.
Okay, good. You heard the important part. Wait, hold on. Have they all been smoking? You know what? It's not our job to test if the toilet's on fire, right? Just do your regular thing like normal. Move it down the line, and then it's somebody else's problem. You think your job's bad? I mean, your job is bad. Do you hear that? Hold on, let me take a look. Yeah, keep look. Can you get me out of here, please? Thank you.
How do I do that?
Can you get me out of here, please? Nope, I'm just wet now. So, I am made of metal. I mean, this is like, no. That should, please stop, please. What is your plan? Is your plan just push me out the other end? Okay, look, I get it. It is funny. It's working, keep doing that. Huh? Just test it, get it out of here. So, first off, I think we're in a lot of trouble here. Now, I also think we're going to be rich, because I think you just admitted something. Okay, here's what we are going to do. I'm going to go work on this in secret. Just, you go back and pretend to go back to work, right? Like, it's gotta look good. I mean, just pretend the most you've ever... You know what? Just go back to work, actually. Yeah, that works. I'll be back.
What? Oh no, those praying mantises.
Hey, I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. First off, you did awesome pretending to calibrate all those toilets. The best. All right, are you ready for this? Presenting the Aperture Science Turret. Go on, take it for a spin. Yeah, and I haven't even showed you the best part. Here's the best part. Shooting. You know what though? I mean, you're definitely going to kill yourself with it pointed at you like that, so let me just turn it around. All right, shoot again. Don't worry, it's safe. I mean, this time. This time it's safe. Last time it wasn't. You almost died. That is great! Oh man, the turret broke. That was the only one too. But don't even worry about it, because here's what I've actually been working on. Ta-da! Introducing the Mark II. This is what I spent most of the 6 months on. It was 1 month for the first turret, and then like 5 for this bad boy. Oh man, you gotta take my picture of this. The desk should have a camera built into it.
F12. That's F12.
Are you taking the picture?
Very well then.
Okay, good. Moment recorded for all the history books. Now for the fun part. You are gonna take it for a spin. Here, let me turn it around. Okay, normally I'd walk you through everything, but I think you get it. Let's just open everything at once and see what happens. Wow, right? Oh, this is great. This thing shoots so good. Okay, a bar fell off. Keep going.
Ah!
You can still shoot everything else. Don't even worry about it. Okay, quite a bit is falling off. Keep shooting. You're not doing this. This is a structural engineering problem. It's on me. You're doing great. Okay, go crazy. All those controls do something. Oh, also, I bet it's the glue. I'm 99% convinced of that now. It even looked cheap when I bought it. I remember looking at it like, spend the extra $1, and yep, here we are. Wow. All right. So some of the stuff I put on there just didn't work. Most of it, like 90%, or even higher maybe. But some of it worked great. So all we have to do is keep the great stuff, and then we can. So, okay. That's the police. So, one of us needs to streamline this turret, right? And one of us needs to take the fall for shooting up the warehouse. Because this is a lot of damage, and they're gonna look into this. Which job do you want? How about I fix a turret, and you take, yeah, I'll do that part. Remember, if anyone asks, you don't know me, okay? Don't say anything.
Oh no, Mantis Society. It's progressing. I got a desk.
Hey, well, I mean, wow. You are the best. Thanks for keeping your mouth shut and doing your time.
18 months later.
It was way more time than either of us were expecting. I don't know what was in those boxes we blew up, but they were, wow, were they mad. Anyway, I promise you're not going to regret this. Now let's get you out of here.
Given that the offender has faithfully observed the rules of the institution, offender has been granted supervised early release. Please sign for your possessions. Inmates' possessions are as follows. Desk, 1. Inmate must state their name, print their name, then sign their name. After the tone, state your name into the desk.
Fool.
Inmate's name is now preserved for the permanent record as...
Alright. Well, I was playing the same thing over and over again.
Moving on. Now, type your name.
Hi, I'm... Oh, wait, sorry.
Type your
Sussing.
name.
Okay, sorry.
Moving on. Now,
Mhm.
sign your name.
Oh. God, that's horrible. Ugh.
As a condition of supervised early release, parolee and desk agree to report within 15 days.
Hey, don't listen to her. You
Yeah.
don't need to worry about reporting
that.
to your parole officer. Guess who spent the last 18 months getting his probation agent license through the mail? Yep, me. That's right. I'm your parole
Some
officer.
stuff is
I mean,
moving
not
around.
just- I'm managing like 7 guys on parole right now, but they're basically reintegrated back into society. Well, not Tony. He's struggling a little, but anyway, that's all I was doing. I got something to show you. Let's get out of here.
It is never too late to mend. You are both free to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bring your desk.
I changed a lot of games. Well, lately I've been because well, I completed Portal, and a lot of the games I played are short.
Okay. I streamlined the turret while you were
also,
gone. Introducing the Mark
Yeah, my
III.
desk.
Ta-da! So I got rid of all the
So-
parts that fell off and just kept the stuff that
Have you
worked.
heard of Aperture Desk
I mean,
Job?
it was totally over-engineered, so it just does one thing now. It shoots. It didn't need a satellite dish. That was just dumb. Here, try it on these appliances I found. They were just lying around in the housewares research department in a locked room.
Well, it's a game that was created 2 years ago.
I like that tattoo on your neck. Did you do it yourself? It's like is it a dragon holding a knife? It's nice. The more I look at the tattoo, the more I'm thinking we should both have it. Because then we'd be tattoo bros. Anybody would look at us and know we are friends. You think you give me the same
It's a
tattoo?
free. This is a
Would that
free
be
game
weird?
on Steam.
It would be weird having the same exact form. Alright, I'll think of it.
Aren't I going to
About
just
like
get
a
put back in prison though?
coming out of the side of my head, and it's holding a wrench. So you got the dragon and the knife, and mine's similar, but more a robot thing. Man, that'd be so cool. Oh, speaking of being cool, I've got something even better to show you. Gyroscopic controls. It's real easy. Just pick up the desk, tilt it around to aim, and keep that thumb on the right thumbstick. And you shoot with the right trigger like normal. Go on, try it.
So this is
It's real easy.
nice
Just
to
pick
play
up
on
the desk.
Steam Deck.
How much did the tattoo hurt? You gave it to yourself. Did you have the proper tools? I would bet not actually.
This is mostly for Steam Deck, but I've not actually.
Heat up a
Well, I have a
piece of
Steam
lighter
Deck, but-
or something that sounds. I mean, that sounds pretty awesome. Another tattoo idea I just had. Instead of a robot
Go.
hand coming out holding a wrench, what if it was like a skeleton? You know, so you're looking at it like, what's he trying to say? Is he human on the inside, or does he have like a skeleton trapped in him? You know what? Skeleton arm tattoo. I decided. That's the one I want. So when we get
Oh, this is kind of fun. Well, I mean, pretty simple, but it's a free game,
Alright,
so
everything checks out. This thing is perfect. I think we're good to go here. So, I was saving the best for last. But while you were in jail, I got us a meeting to show our turret to Cave Johnson. That's right, the owner of the company. No pressure, but if he likes this, he's gonna make us rich. Forever. Are you ready? Let's go.
And these mantises are just advancing faster and faster. I did have one part of this ruined for me, but I'm not going to comment on it. If you've played Portal 2, you know that Cave Johnson.
What are you gonna do
is
with your
the-
share of the money? I know what I'm gonna do is pay off the money I borrowed to make this turret. Like immediately pay it off. Or I'll be in some real trouble. Plus the VIG, I'll have to pay that too. Does it make sense to you that the VIG is more than what I borrowed in the first place? It doesn't seem like it. That's weird. Somebody overrode the controls. Hold on. That's one of the appliances I stole from Housewares. Oh, jeez, it's got a gun! It's an ambush! Man, he got that turret good, huh? Good thing I brought a couple spares. I knew it! It's the Housewares department. How did they find out about our improvement? I can't believe it. They stole our idea, and now they're gonna kill us with it. Housewares, man. They're never gonna stop ambushing us. I mean, it's not really an ambush anymore. We know they're coming, but I don't think they're gonna stop coming, though. We need to think of something else. I really think
I don't know why they came up with this game.
Like,
It's kind of fun,
basically
but
forever.
I don't know if this is really a puzzle, though.
Housewares, man. Can you believe it? Those guys are such pieces of... What did we ever even do to them?
Well, I mean, we did blow up their department. Repeatedly.
Oh, there is some kind of switch back there. Okay. Nice work. I got the elevator working again, but we have another 80
that's all.
floors before
They're
we
back.
get to the cave. We're not gonna survive 80 ambushes in a row. Your desk should have some buttons on the underside of it. Those fire the rockets that got built into the desk. They put those on there standard now for safety reasons. So, if you hit
Automatic jet launch sensor engaged.
here, we go.
We are go to launch in 10, 9, 8, 7. Velocity panel set to flight configuration. 3, 2, 1. We have liftoff.
Go, 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 go! Upwards and onwards. Or is it onwards and upwards?
Okay, really nice work. Good shooting. I think we're good from here. They probably gave up. I have given up by now. Okay, let's go show this thing to Cave. Also, I do have one quick confession. I didn't actually get an appointment with Cave Johnson. I lied about that. But it turns out, I didn't know this, it turns out nobody's seen him in years. I did know it when I lied to you about our appointment, but it was still pretty new information. Anyway, I'm not gonna lie to you anymore. I think he might be a millionaire recluse now, so be ready for that. There might be a lot of jars. Hello, Mr. Johnson? Let's just go in. Mr. Johnson, are you here?
Hey there. It's me, Cave Johnson. No, not behind the giant head. I am the giant head. I'm gonna level with you. A few years back, I got real sick. Body riddled with disease. I was a goner. Threw every dollar I had at it. Told those eggheads, hey, eggheads, make me live forever. Now, I know what you're thinking. You gave the smartest engineers on Earth a blank check to make you immortal, and this is what they came up with? A giant head? Off by a mile. No. They figured out how to put my consciousness in a computer. That's what's in the giant head. Their first plan was to put me in a regular brain-sized computer, then they'd put that in a robot body, and hey, presto. Well, turns out you can't fit an entire human mind in a computer that small. All I could do was tell time and know what my name was. So they kept making it bigger. Big enough to cram every last bit of me into this thing. What happened to my robot body? Still under the head, somewhere, all crushed up. Couldn't support the weight. So the lab boys put me in the big head, switched me on, and I don't know, I panicked, killed a few of them, said I'd kill more if they ever came back. Honestly, I regret that now. Anyway, that was 4 years ago. Been trying to get somebody's attention ever since. Get their butts up here and end my suffering. Now, don't worry about me. It's been a full life, but we're done here. I'm itching for the next step. Heck, I'm excited about it. Don't even think of it as killing me. You're breaking me out of prison. I'm just data now. I need you to crack this big clay head open so I can spill out into the universe. So, what do you two eggheads got?
You are in luck. We actually came up here to show you our new invention.
Good stuff. Let's see it.
Show 'em, partner.
Well, waiting.
All right.
Whoa! That'll work. To be honest, I thought you were two lunatics who dragged the toilet up here. You are genius.
Called us geniuses. Oh, no.
What?
You are made of metal, sir.
So shoot the metal. Is it working? In the head, I can't see.
It's working great, sir.
It doesn't feel like...
Hey, you see that? I think that's his power source.
Up, here we go. Powering down. The great beyond. Boy, I'll give you two credit. That is one hell of an invention. You did it. You figured out how to end my suffering. All right. Suffering ended in 3, 2.
Backup power activated.
Of course.
You're both fired. I'm gonna need your key cards. Just lay them down in front of the head. Not too close to the chin, or I won't be able to see them. Uh-oh.
You know what? It just occurred to me that the only person who knows Cave Johnson asked us to kill him is now dead. Yeah. Do you know what the punishment for murder is? They told us in parole officer school, you're not gonna like this. It's life. Your whole life in prison. We should, yeah, we should leave. Don't touch anything. And bring the desk.
Little Mantis is like, no.
Morning, Charlie. It's me, Gary. Gary, your boss. Keep inspecting those toilets. Good work, good stuff. Good.
I like the little
It's
mustache.
just me, Grady. Yeah, just like yesterday. Man, this witness protection program is great. I don't know why we didn't turn state's evidence against those loan sharks in the first place. We don't have to pay any of the money back. We got cool new names. I like yours a lot, by the
I
way.
like his tattoo.
You know, come to think of it, you'd think they'd move us to another state or give us new jobs or something. Feels like everything is exactly the same, except our first names. Ah, you know what? They know what they're doing. Anyway, see you tomorrow, Charlie.
Still works. Oh my. That wasn't very long. That really wasn't very long. But on the other hand, it's a free game, so you know, there's a surprising amount of polish. What is? Why is there some jello? Does that mean Cave Johnson is just still technically standing there, or lying there at the bottom? Is it gonna be like a Portal 2 add-on? Okay, wow, that was really short. Is there well, this was also just to basically be, I guess, a test for the Steam Deck. So, yeah. Oh, so basically, it's the same. I just saw your message at the same time I said that. So I'm sorry if you said that earlier, and it's just like, oh, hey, yeah. But, okay, I guess I have more time. Is there a game that you think I should play instead? Or a different game that you think I should try? Yeah. Because I have a ton of stuff. I mean, I'm obviously not going to play something ultra long. I have to. I don't want to lose my sleep schedule. I like almost anything. There are some games I want to avoid because, you know, my hope is to eventually go to a agency, and if I play some of the really, really popular games there, then I might get more fans and more following. But there is so much stuff I have. I do not know what these weird Chinese games are here. I've tried playing them, they do not work. I think I got them in a bundle. If I guess there are agencies like Hololive or Niji Sanji or V Shoujo. V Shoujo, obviously, I'm not. Oh yes, Wolfenstein is absolutely a great game. However, it also has nudity in it. And actually, I did already start it a while ago. I'm just mostly worried about, since I am playing it blind, and I don't want to get into trouble from playing, you know, games with nudity. I did that with Blood Dragon years ago, and I was like, oh god, no! Or rather, Far Cry Blood Dragon. Well, I want to join an agency because I'm very bad at managing myself. There are some people who have the talent, drive, and passion to be able to go from nothing to something. But I'll be honest, not everyone can do that. Yeah, but I also don't know when this have this sensor thing ready, and I'm not very good at doing like the quick commands to change stuff. Um, Also, if you join, some agencies provide you with pay. So even if you're not at a very high level, like if you're still low and they don't have many fans, like for example, HoloLive provides you a basic wage until you get to a certain amount of subscribers. So I've years ago I bought a ton of games on sale because I wanted to do this type of thing. And then I got an injury and several sort of depressing things happened. So I don't exactly have the I after my injury I've not been able to work the same as I used to. Yeah, but the thing is, if you're playing a game blind, which, people like when you're playing a game blind because people like to see a reaction. I can't exactly play the game blind if I'm going around checking out stuff. Yeah, I don't know. There are multiple things I'm trying to do. I mean, like, eventually, like, if I think I start producing content that's actually worth a damn, I may apply to an agency, but that's sort of like, saying, I want to be an actor. The chances of me actually being an actor or being something like that or actually getting paid in all of this is essentially zero. My current hopes are to mostly just socialize because I'm very, very lonely, and to start playing video games again because when I wasn't, I just lay down and watched videos mindlessly and then just thought depressing thoughts, which, that's not exactly healthy. And playing some games and trying to talk and do stuff like that does stimulate my mind a little bit. So, it's kind of good, but at the same time, but you say there's a so for my phone is years old. It can barely support the stuff I currently have, so I don't know. Or well, mobile apps can work on PC too. 1 second. I'll look into. I guess 1 second. I guess I'll look into that app you were talking about for later. So it's called Reality. All right. So I'll look into Reality later. Unless this is just a really long diss. Just going like, hey, have you gotten in touch with reality? Oh man, I've never really been in reality. Okay. So I'll check that out a bit later. I don't know. I've got so much stuff on my backlog of games I have not played and also other things. I mean, at the same time, I I don't know. I'm a coward. I'm somebody who'll come up with excuses, and I'm also somebody who tends to have opportunities drop in their lap and then them, as my father would so eloquently say, I tend to piss away my opportunities. It's, or as my mother would more eloquently say, I never lose an opportunity to miss an opportunity. Which, I've made some progress in that, but it's, I don't know, I'm weird, as you can clearly tell. I want to succeed, but I'm also not 100% sure that whether to commit. Or as my dad also calls it, I tend to have what he says is analysis paralysis, where I overthink everything and then I take too long and miss the thing. Or I do the opposite. I don't take enough time and then I just make a ton of mistakes and I ruin my future because I've done so many things without thinking. I tend to do one or the other. Also, I just need to start learning how to talk to people again. Outside of a few close friends I occasionally see, which I don't even see them for very long, I don't even really talk to people. I am a complete loner shut-in when I'm not at work. So, expecting to talk to people and socialize is not easy. Plus, I'm frustrating because I'm the combination of being stubborn and I make a ton of excuses. Though, frustratingly enough, I also tend to have random moments that stop me from doing things. Like, I used to lie a lot, and then the one time I was being honest about something actually happening, people, of course, didn't believe me. Which is why now I try to be stupidly honest. Which, is weird to people, but it's better than not being trusted. I know I'm supposed to, for content creation, I need to sell myself and sort of talk about myself, but I keep a lot about myself private because, that's, there are a few really good stories I have, but also not everyone wants to state everything about themselves. And even if you do, if you're too open, then people just don't have an interest. There's a certain air of mystery which you have to try to have. But as you can tell from what I'm saying, clearly I know what I'm doing with my 26 followers, who are mostly people who just subscribed and just, stopped checking in because, it's not like I upload that much. But still, I appreciate you and everyone else who's actually been, following me and talking every once in a while. And I wish I could, produce worthy content. Because it doesn't matter if you have all the opportunities. I also, as I think I've mentioned in the previous stream, I have a friend who is supposedly somebody who's got a bit of a following, and he's actually talked to some of the big people. Like, he doesn't know Merriweather, but he has talked with them and gotten advice from them, and apparently they can talk a bit, not like regularly, but my friend has some connections and other stuff. Machineries? That's alright. That's okay. I tend to be horrible at spelling. Oh, mercenary. Do I have that? I don't think I have GTA or mercenary.
My name's Grady. That is your inspection desk. You are a product inspector.
So, is that the... Would mercenaries be a new thing, or would that be a... Are you talking about... Oh, the part of 5. I have not actually played 5 at all. I gotta be honest. Although I have all these games, that's back when I had it disposably. Oh, I actually haven't. The last GTA I played was San Andreas. When it originally came out, at least. I haven't played a GTA game since then. Yeah. Sorry. Whenever I have... God, there's too much shit on my desk. I put one thing to the side, I knock my phone down. When it comes to games I don't have, it'll take a while. I saved up a ton of money, bought a really good computer, then bought a bunch of games. Then I had, as I mentioned, an incident where I can't work as much anymore. And now I'm on financial aid. So I can't save money. By law, I can't save money. I could illegally, but that would probably let me lose financial aid. And while financial aid doesn't give me a lot of money, what's more important is it gives me Medicare, which means I can afford the various medications I take. Because I don't have a partner and I don't have kids, the highest amount of money I can save up is $2,000. Combined total across any amount of accounts I have. Funny thing is, even if I were to lose my job, as soon as I had $2,000 in an account, they'd kick me off financial aid. And I have to pay rent and I have to pay other stuff. My paycheck is like $400, and I've not been able to work as long, so it's probably going to be a lot less. Oh. G2A. 1 second, going to check that out. Digital Marketplace headquarters now. Ah, that. Okay. That is, while I guess it's not technically illegal, it's sort of frowned upon in the industry, if I remember correctly. And so, if I intend to try to be a part of an agency, if they find out I do stuff like that, that may not be smart, and I may not be able to get it. Yeah, but a lot. I'll keep it in mind. I guess I'll say that. But at the same time, I mean, look at the immense library of games that I have. I should definitely play it. I've spent that much money on games. I should. Well, okay, some of them are free, like Wow Wow Corone Box is free. Though also, I bought every game I bought it when it was on sale for like 90% off. Yes, Wolfenstein Young Blood is. That is a game I do not think I'd want to play. Well, I haven't played it, but I have friends who, while our opinions aren't the same, they are similar. Well, the problem is it's just the tone and various other things. I don't care if there's a female main character or if they put, LGBTQ plus stuff in games, but it has to be done competently. And on top of that, the game also has to be fun. And from what I had seen of Young Blood, it does none of that well. Its story seems boring. From what I've seen from people playing it, it did not seem fun. It did not seem like it was properly optimized. And I'm not a fan of games where their idea of making things more difficult is just that, hell, hey, you now need to spend an hour shooting this guy instead of like 5 minutes. Like when I hear in an RPG where it's just like, did you know it will take you 24 hours to beat this one boss, even if you're at the maximum level, just taking a bunch of turns? And it's like, that's not fun. That's just, I could spend that time doing other things. I mean, I like grinding in video games, but I don't like it when the boss is just like, you are required. I don't remember the specific boss it was, but it's just like, it's in the Final Fantasy at least. And it just takes so long to beat it. There's such a thing as challenge, and I like it when challenge is a test of skill, not necessarily a test of patience. Patience is important, but not everything is worth being patient for. Like if someone tells you you have to stand in a very hard to keep posture that's uncomfortable, and if you do it for 12 hours, they'll give you a penny. That's not worth it. Your patience isn't worth it. Yeah, you will basically get a penny for doing nothing. Or money for doing nothing. But it's a penny. It's not worth the effort or the investment of time. Oh god, I'm sorry about ranting. I don't know. What kind of games do you like? What genre do you like? Ah, strategy, where I suck. I'll do my best, though. Do you like Warhammer? Or really, if you see any of these games that you think are good, oh, you don't mind Warhammer. So that means you're not really a fan, but you can tolerate it. Oh, okay. Oh well, I guess You want me to play Stellaris? Warhammer, I'm not sure if you're talking about the lore of Stellaris or Warhammer. But oh yeah, Warhammer lore is fascinating, but the problem is, it's, if I remember correctly, they've been coming out with lore since before I was born, and they've been producing lore at a quite steady pace since then all the way until now. So the depth of Warhammer lore can be hard to penetrate. And then the other problem is there's a lot of memes which people put into this lore which, make it so that people misunderstand stuff. My favorite character in the Warhammer, or from the book that I read, is a guy named Caiaphas Cain. And the problem is there are so many memes which misrepresent him that a lot of people think he's a bumbling fool who can't even really do anything. It's like, oh, I tripped and I shot a rock, and that rock caused an avalanche, and the entire enemy force was destroyed. Where it's just like, no. Commissar Caiaphas Cain is a hyper-competent person who trains every day to make sure that he's really skilled. But at the same time, he is a coward. The role of a commissar in Warhammer, or at least for the human forces, I'm not going to go too far into terms, is the role of a commissar is to shoot cowards to ensure that the men stay motivated to fight. But Commissar Cain is the exact type of person who a normal commissar would shoot. But due to his quick thinking and him literally being at the right, or by his own admission, the wrong place at the time, and due to his skill from practicing all the time and training constantly, he manages to come out on top. While in his mind, he's like, oh, if I don't want to get killed in combat, the best job is for me to attach myself to an artillery regiment, because all the artillery does is it lobs explosives from the back lines where they're not going to be hit by anyone. Brilliant choice! But what happens on his first deployment? Literally, the enemy overruns his position. So what's he do? He gets scared and he runs away. But as he's running away, he accidentally runs into a hidden main force of the enemy. So, obviously, he runs back, calling in about how there's a force of enemy. And of course, the people who he was fighting with are like, oh my god, that new commissar went out to attack the Tyranids, and he's got them all together into one position so we can draw up artillery on them. And then he's like, yes, this is exactly what I did and nothing else. And then, he saves a regular guardsman that was standing by when he was trying to escape, and that guardsman becomes his lifelong companion and friend, and of his bodyguard, and also the guy who does all the paperwork for him. It's just, Cain is a good person at heart, and he is also somebody who suffers from imposter syndrome. But just because he's kind at heart he understands that randomly killing his own men is not going to go well, especially since in combat his men have guns. So he always tries to solve things diplomatically and getting people to like him. But that doesn't mean that he's not willing to shoot his own men if when the push comes to shove. I don't know. This is a book series that's many, many books long. I would recommend it, but at the same time, as I said, the whole lore thing can be rather long. God, I apologize if I'm boring the tar out of you. You stated that you were not super into Warhammer lore, and then I just start going into it. I was going to say that, Battlefleet Gothic is supposed to be... this is supposed to be a good game. And also, as far as the lore goes, I'm basic... If you understand the lore, you'll appreciate it, but if you don't, just think... Nobody likes each other. We're going to shoot the other people. If a ship looks like it's made of scrap metal, it's piloted by the orcs. The orcs don't care, they just want to ram ships into other stuff, scream wah, and just kill everything, because fighting is fun. The orcs are the simplest to understand. The next race, which is the Tyranids, are basically the hungry space bugs. They want to eat everything. Then there's the human forces, which are the Imperium of Man, who are ultra extremist religious people who... How much storage I got? Well, actually on my PC I have a lot of storage, but I don't install programs directly onto my PC. Or most of them I don't. I have I think it's a terabyte, hard drive, external hard drive, which I use to put everything on. So I've got a lot of space. Plus, I don't actually, when I'm not playing games, I uninstall them. Speaking of which, I should probably uninstall, the Aperture Desk Job, since I've been, let's see, manage, uninstall. I beat Portal, and the advanced levels I think are a bit too... Wait, no, don't hide the... Okay, I'll go back there. Right. How do I unhide Portal? Okay, I guess I actually need to go to the store now.
Welcome to the Aperture.
Okay. It's already in my library. How do I... Yeah, I know, but I can't find the Portal tab, so I need to find a way to Portal First Slice, what is that? I guess view my stats. No. Because I need to find Portal in my options so I can uninstall
Welcome
it.
to the Aperture Science
But I need
Enrichment
to.
Center. Let's look at...
Where's the hidden? Oh. I swear I can read. Really, I totally can read. Wait, how do I... Why can't I uninstall it? Oh. Oh, I uninstalled it already. Okay, well, thank you about that. Yes, it's not like English is my first and only language. Gosh, I'm so dumb. Oh, man. How long will this take? So that's 13 or 43.1 gigabytes. Oh, wait, no. I'm sorry. Uh, the flash drive the flash drive I have is a 10 terabyte drive. I saw one on sale and I bought it, I think. Or was it 10 terabyte? I can't remember the amount. It was a ridiculous amount of memory. Woo. What? I just saw it suddenly shoot up.
Welcome to the app.
Sorry, I keep doing that. I'm going to uninstall the Cats game, I guess. I already uninstalled that, I guess. I'm not really playing Phantom Braid. And either way, it doesn't take very long to... That's only on my hard drive. God, it's been a while. How long will it take? Alright. So, clear that. Tactical Battlefleet Gothic. I've played other Warhammer games, like, I haven't played Space Marine, which my friend wants me to play Space Marine 2. Also, one thing that people don't sort of misunderstand about Warhammer is that although it is a grimdark setting, there are still good things that occur. If a setting has no positives in it, where everything sucks and life is all misery, then there's no reason for anyone to live in that life. What's important about Warhammer is the moments of levity and, you know, the things that make people want to survive. Though there is though I would be lying to say if those moments are very, very rare, and a lot of the things are so grim in the setting that they're almost dumb. And then there are some things that people say about it which are sort of silly, like some people were complaining, why aren't there female Space Marines? It's like, do you even know what a Space Marine has to go through? By the way, Space Marines are those people in the big armor. Let's see, co-op. Like,
Peggy 16.
let's see. Oh no, it's frozen. I wanted to show you pictures of Space Marines. But basically, Space Marines are these... playing Space Marine without using co-op is terrible when you rely on the AI. When I beat it, I think on normal mode with that, like, but you know, if you play it with friends, it's really fun. But, or so I've heard, I don't have enough friends to really play that. But waiting for brothers. Yeah, but either way, Space Marines are basically children who they've taken and shoved in. I'm trying to put this in a way so I don't bore you to tears with terms that are lore specific. Because if I go like the Primarchs with the gene seed and the and it's just like with the Mechanicus puts them in, and it's like, sir, I don't understand a single word you're saying. You just sound ultra pretentious. So I'm gonna just say it this way. The thing that makes a Space Marine is that they have DNA from one of 20, or technically 21, demigods in them. And this DNA gives them various benefits, like makes them stronger, makes them... Said before. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I'm going to test the waters first, because if I start talking about, the various things like, hey, Lolbutts, how are you? I'm being a nerd by talking about Warhammer. Yeah, so, no, you're fishing? Cool. I'm trying to wait for Battlefleet Gothic to install, but it's yeah, I beat Aperture Desk Lab like I beat that within 30 minutes. I'm now just talking. And oh, I'm sorry, I'm turning on my fan. It was like it was almost 100 degrees where I live. Like it was, okay, technically it's 98, but that's almost 100 degrees. So, it's a bit warm in here. But yeah. Basically what I was saying about Space Marines is their job is to die and be expendable. Basically, a job of a Space Marine is to enter a meat grinder and go in until they die. They do not matter. They are made to be expendable. Although some of them don't believe that. But I'll keep the mentality of the different Space Marines out of it for later. So, if they were female Space Marines, people would be more saying it's more problematic, because it's like, oh my god, they're treating these female characters like they need to be, like they're useless and they're not supposed to be heard and they're just meant to be thrown away. But either way, there's plenty of strong female characters in the Warhammer setting. The Sisters of Silence, the Sisters of Battle. The Sisters of Battle are basically nuns with guns. Now, they're a part of what's called the Adeptus Sororitas. If there's a faction of the humans, most of the factions have Adeptus and then something else put after it. The Adeptus Custodes, the Adeptus Astartes, which are the Space Marines. The Custodes being the people who take care of the leader of the human forces. The Adeptus Mechanicus, the IT guys. But whatever. The Adeptus Sororitas aren't all battle focused, but the Sisters of Battle specifically are. They are unaugmented human women who are ultra religious and are able to, in some cases, compete with or repel Space Marines. Which, that's really impressive. And then there's the whole thing where they made female custodians. Which, to people who don't know about the hobby are just sort of like, I don't understand what that means. The Adeptus Custodes, or the Custodians, are basically the peak pinnacle soldiers of the human faction. Their job is to protect the Emperor of mankind and enact his will. if, like, there are, in comparison to regular human soldiers, there are very few Space Marines. To the point that although you see Space Marines posted all over games and all over, like, the material for Warhammer, the likelihood is that on 99% of the battles, people will never see a Space Marine. Unless it's a Chaos Marine. Space Marines are usually called in when it's like a end of the world level threat. Otherwise, they use the Imperial Guard or the Astra Militarum, one of the few divisions which doesn't have Adeptus in it. If traitor Space Marines are seen in an area, they will call regular Space Marines. But even then, there's not enough Space Marines for all battles. They're basically used as special forces. In lore, a single Space Marine could take out, like, probably 100 regular soldiers. They're just faster, stronger, have better equipment, and basically have, everything that makes them superior to a human, to a regular human. The Custodians are basically, they make Space Marines look like really slow humans. A single Custodian could wipe the floor with probably over 100 regular, like, Space Marines. Well, also it depends on who's writing, because there's also parts in the lore where somebody's like, and this one naked Space Marine hit a Custodian, and the Custodian died. And it's like, that makes no sense at all. Because the Custodians have, like, their armor is the best stuff. Their armor and equipment is the greatest the entire forces of the Imperium has. And has some of the best war gear in the galaxy. With quotation marks. Because if I go too technical, I'll probably bore the tar out of you. A Space Marine is made from a child who is taken and goes through certain processes by having the genetic code of one of these individuals called the Primarch put into them. And they may die by rejecting the genes, or having their body reject the gene seed, as it's called. Now, the Custodians are called the 10,000 because there's only 10,000 of them, or around 10,000 of them. Sorry. Yeah, I agree. I should probably go to bed too. I'm rambling and I'm tired. Good night. Have a great rest. I should probably stop too. See you later. It's nice talking to you, Lullabutts, and thank you also, Did I pronounce your name CI91? I know you've been here or been a follower for quite a while, but I do not do. No. I guess I'll talk a little bit more, or yammer on a little bit more. What? Hype? Oh yes, I've heard of this hype thing. I'm totally not hype though. But thanks for saying that, or I hope you were. I'm sorry, my mind is slowing down. I'm also too hot. I'm too hot temperature-wise, and too tired to go on. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's a good emote. It's a cool one. But yeah, good night. Thank you, everyone, and I'm probably not going to stream tomorrow. I'm too busy, but I'll try streaming on Friday. All right. Generic VTuber ending. Bye bye.